Welcome to this video on the evolution of computer viruses. This is part 1 of a two-part video. We decided to cut this into two pieces to not make the videos become tediously long. Over the past few decades, we've seen a dramatic increase in the number and complexity of malicious software, or malware, that can infect our computers and cause significant harm. In this video, we'll take a journey through the history of malware and explore how it has evolved over time. It all started in the early days of computing, when computers were simple and largely disconnected from each other. In the 1970s, the first computer viruses were created as experiments by researchers, with the aim of exploring the limits of computer security. One of the earliest examples of a computer virus was the creeper virus, which was created in 1971 and infected the ARPANET. It was developed by a programmer named Bob Thomas, as an experiment in creating self-replicating code. The virus was named after a character from the popular children's show Sesame Street, which sang the phrase, "I'm the creeper, catch me if you can." The creeper virus was designed to infect Digital Equipment Corporation's PDP-10 mainframe computers, which were widely used in universities and research institutions at the time. The virus would spread through the computer network, infecting other computers. Although not designed to cause any real harm, and its behavior was more of a nuisance than anything else, it did highlight the potential for computer programs to spread and replicate on their own. In response, another programmer named Ray Tomlinson created the first antivirus program called Reaper. The program was designed to locate and remove the creeper from infected systems, which marked the beginning of the antivirus software industry. Overall, the creeper virus was a significant milestone in the history of computer viruses, as it was the first known example of self-replicating code. While it may seem harmless by today's standards, it was a wake-up call for the potential dangers of computer viruses and the need for better security measures to protect computer systems. As computer networks began to emerge in the 1980s, viruses became more prevalent and began to spread more easily from one system to another. One of the most famous viruses from this era was the Michelangelo virus, which was designed to activate on March 6, Michelangelo's birthday, and delete the contents of the infected computer's hard drive. The Michelangelo virus was a boot sector virus, which meant that it infected the boot sector of the victim's hard drive. When the infected computer was booted up, the virus would activate and overwrite the first 1024 sectors of the hard drive, rendering the computer inoperable. This made the virus particularly destructive, as it could cause significant data loss and damage to the infected computer. The Michelangelo virus was not particularly sophisticated in its design, but its timing and destructive potential made it a cause for concern among computer users at the time. In the lead-up to Michelangelo's birthday, media reports warned of the potential for widespread computer failure and data loss, which led to a surge in demand for antivirus software and backup solutions. In the end, the Michelangelo virus did not cause the level of damage that had been feared, as many computer users had taken steps to protect themselves in advance. However, the virus showed the potential to cause real-world harm, and it helped to raise awareness of the need for better cybersecurity practices and protections. Today, the Michelangelo virus is remembered as one of the most significant early examples of computer malware, and the potential dangers of cyber threats. The next major milestone in the evolution of malware was the emergence of worms. Worms are similar to viruses, but they are self-replicating and do not require a host program to spread. One of the most famous worms from this era was the Morris worm, which was created in 1988 and infected thousands of computers, causing significant disruptions to the Internet. The Morris worm is considered to be one of the most significant and damaging computer viruses in history. Created by a computer science student named Robert Morris, the worm was designed to exploit a flaw in the Unix operating system to spread rapidly across computer networks. Morris intended the worm to be a harmless experiment in demonstrating the vulnerabilities of computer networks, but due to a programming error, the worm spread far more aggressively than intended. It worked by exploiting a flaw in the sendmail email program and weak passwords on user accounts. Once a computer was infected, the worm would replicate itself and spread to other computers on the network. The worm was programmed to avoid infecting a computer more than once, but due to a programming error, it ended up causing multiple infections on many computers. It quickly spread across the internet, infecting thousands of computers and causing significant disruption to computer networks. The worm consumed large amounts of computing resources, causing infected computers to slow down or crash altogether. In addition, the worm also caused damage to data and files, which led to significant financial losses for businesses and organizations that were affected. In response to the worm, many organizations began implementing better security protocols, including stronger passwords, firewalls, and antivirus software. The Morris worm also helped to raise public awareness about risks of computer viruses, paving the way for modern cybersecurity practices and protections that are in place today. By the 1990s, malware had become a major threat to computer systems around the world. Malware is a catch-all term that refers to any malicious software that is designed to cause harm to a computer system. One of the most famous examples of malware from this era is the I Love You virus, which was created in 2000 and infected millions of computers, causing billions of dollars in damages. The I Love You virus, also known as the love bug, caused widespread damage and disruption. The virus was spread through an email attachment with the subject line, I love you, and an attached file named loveletterforyou.txt.bbs. The email was designed to trick users into opening the attachment, which would then install the virus on the user's computer. The email subject line and attachment name were designed to be enticing and irresistible, which led many users to open the attachment without thinking twice. Once installed, the I Love You virus would quickly replicate itself and spread to other computers on the same network. The virus was programmed to overwrite important system files, delete documents and media files, and send copies of itself to the user's contacts, leading to widespread damage and data loss. In the aftermath of the virus, many organizations began implementing stricter email filtering and antivirus software to detect and prevent similar threats. The I Love You virus remains one of the most infamous examples of computer malware, and it serves as a reminder of the ongoing need for vigilance and awareness in the face of cyber threats. Another important development in the evolution of malware was the emergence of Trojans. Trojans are a type of malware that are disguised as legitimate software programs. One of the most famous Trojans of all time is the Zeus Trojan or Zbot, which was first discovered in 2007 and has been used to steal millions of dollars from online bank accounts. The Trojan is named after the Greek god of thunder and sky, due to its ability to spread rapidly and cause widespread damage. The Zeus Trojan was primarily designed to steal banking information and other sensitive data from infected computers. The Zeus Trojan is spread through phishing emails and infected attachments. Once installed on a victim's computer, the Trojan would silently run in the background, recording keystrokes and capturing login information for online banking and other financial services. The Trojan would then transmit this information back to the attacker, who could use it to steal money and commit other types of fraud. One of the most significant features of the Zeus Trojan was its ability to modify web pages and inject its own content, which made it particularly difficult to detect and stop. The Trojan was also capable of spreading to other computers on the same network, which allowed it to quickly infect entire organizations and networks. It remained a significant threat for many years, and it has been estimated that the malware infected millions of computers worldwide. However, law enforcement agencies eventually identified and dismantled the infrastructure used by the attackers behind the Trojan. In 2019, one of the key leaders was sentenced to 9 years in prison for his role in the scheme. Despite the efforts to dismantle the Zeus Trojan operation, Variants of the malware continue to circulate today. Thank you for joining us for part 1 of this video, and we hope to see you in the second part where we will further explore the development of computer viruses through the years.